see of tonight's activity, so
Thank you.
I can do that. Kathy, after the reorganizational meeting, would you like to take over? Do you have a full agenda there? I mean, people can see you.
I do have a full agenda, yeah.
Okay, very good. So I can call the meeting to order as the chair of the reorganizational meeting, and I'll ask those who are present to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. As the chair of the reorganizational meeting, I would ask if there are any motions to appoint a chair of the Board of Supervisors, or alternatively, there needs to be a chair, vice chair, and secretary treasurer. A motion could be passed to just retain all of the same officers.
Yeah, I would make the motion to retain the same officers.
I will second that, David.
Okay, Charles seconded that. Is there any discussion?
Okay. None here.
Okay.
None here.
Oh, forgive me, someone's trying to be admitted. Okay. Hearing no discussion hearing no discussion, can everyone who's in favor say aye?
Aye.
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 I'm rusty, it's been a year since I ran a meeting, I couldn't think of what to say. Okay, is anyone opposed? Very good. So I'll turn the meeting back over to Kathy, and congratulations on being retained as the chair.
Oh, thank you. This is still the reorganizational meeting. Public comments regarding the organizational meeting. Are there anything
None.
that,
None.
anyone there?
Nobody's here, no.
Unless there's anybody on there like Gil.
I'm sorry?
Is anybody on the Zoom that would like to do a public comment?
I can't hear.
There's no one here in person. We would just ask anyone on the Zoom who wants to give a public comment to do so now.
Oh, okay. Hearing none, then we can move on to the organizational meeting. Is this where we go to the consent agenda?
Yes.
Yes, Kathy, we do have a matter to bring to your attention, though.
I'm sorry, okay.
Position number 15 on the consent agenda, which is the CPA firm,
Yes,
lists Baker Tilly.
yes.
As Pam was getting ready for the meeting, she realized that the CDT made a mistake. They had received the notice to advertise that, but they had not run the ad.
Oh,
We should remove number 15. The ad is now being run, and that appointment can be made in February.
okay.
Okay.
Everything else, my understanding, is set.
Except for, we need to
So
appoint
it was
somebody.
said that they hadn't prepared the ad.
It went to their spam.
It went to their spam, she said.
Okay, okay.
Number 19, we need to appoint
On
somebody on number
February's
19.
agenda.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be added to February's agenda. And then I just note that number 19 on the Tri-Municipal Park Board is blank, so you'll need to do
Yes.
something there.
Okay. Does someone have to be nominated for that, or how do we handle that? Or we just acquire someone to serve in that capacity?
We had talked to somebody about it, and that person was to get back to me for the meeting tonight, and haven't heard. So I don't know if that person is still interested or not. So I
want to have a motion to pass all these, David?
Yes, one at a time.
Yeah, so the motion would be to appoint 1 through 35, except for 15 and 19.
And 19. Do I have a motion?
I will make that
Yes,
motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second that.
I have a motion made to accept these, except for 15 and 19. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous. Then we can move on to the correspondence associated with the appointments. Pam has in hand the letters
Wait.
from Larry
No.
Porter
No.
for the sewage enforcement officer services and his fee schedule.
Excuse
That
me,
was dated December.
hey
Oh, I'm
Kathy,
sorry.
I'm sorry. The consent agenda, for whatever, the motions, number 1 was 1 through 35, and then there's 36 through 43, 44 through 48.
Oh, yep, I missed those. I'm sorry.
And, I mean, as I look at them now, there can just be one motion for 36 through 43 and 44 through 48. Sorry for not
48.
catching that earlier.
No, thank you for that. Okay, so that will all be combined into one motion. Correct?
Sorry, yes, that's fine by me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll make the motion to approve, items 36 through 43 and items 44 through 48.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
There was a second, I'm not sure if you heard it.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, so the entire consent agenda, except for 15 and 19, has been approved.
Right, and then you have the motion to approve the IRS mileage at 56 cents per mile.
Yes. Yes, they changed that this year, 56 cents a mile. So I need a motion for that.
I will make that motion.
Was that Charles?
Correct?
You're true.
Do I have a second?
Yes, I will second the motion.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, thank you. Everything passes there. Okay, then we can go on to the appointments. Is that correct?
Yep,
As I mentioned, Pam has Laren's SBO services letter and his fee schedule, and that was dated December 8th, 2020. She has the from Franson Engineering letter and fee schedule, and that is dated December 28th, 2020. And then lastly, she has a November 16th, 2020 letter from Stan Wallace as an alternate sewage enforcement officer services. We need a motion to approve all these appointments, David?
yes, and they can all be together if you'd like.
Yes, please. Okay. Someone make that motion?
I will make that motion, David.
Charles made the motion.
Can I have a second?
Yes, I will second the motion.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Passes. Okay, thank you. This being the last item on the reorganizational meeting agenda, we need a motion to close this meeting.
Yes, I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to close the reorganization meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, so that. There.
Public comment?
Okay, now I will ask,
Do you have a comment?
call to order
for
the
this?
regular Board of Supervisors meeting.
There's no one here for public comment.
Okay. We'll start with solicitor's report.
I have nothing to report.
Emergency management coordinator,
Jim's not here.
Not here.
Greg Township Fire Company,
Not here.
Not here.
the Oakland Code Enforcement.
Yes.
Pam
There.
did send out
Reports.
the code enforcement report for December. Did everyone receive that?
I think we need to back up to the advisory board. You know, Greg School, I think we need to back up to that.
Do you have something for there, Doug?
Number 4. Yeah, I do.
Yes?
Under the
Okay,
yes. Under the physical plant manager's report, I wanted to say there's a broken window in room 209. I called Center Glass to repair that. I called HVAC guys in Lewisburg to come and service the 2 large heating units in the ceiling of the gym. And I thought maybe we could have some discussion about snow removal. As you know, the hand we were dealt when we got the old Breck School is that there is no place to store snow in an excessive snowfall like we had a week or 2 ago. So as a result, the snow was stored up against the north side of the place. And
correct.
we need a plan to remove that. Of course, if we get the contractor who files the snow to remove that, there will be an additional charge. And my feeling is the best way is to have our road crew do that. Now, the road crew did do that today. They did an excellent job of removing that snow. And but I think they're looking for a little direction about when they do need to move the snow. And I think anytime the snowfall is excessive, then we have to accumulate it on the parking lot itself, like we just did, that the road crew needs to remove that in a fairly timely manner before we get another large snowfall, if that's possible. So I don't know if there's any discussion about that or not.
Yes, I'd like to ask, why is it that Murphy's cannot remove the snow off the parking lot entirely? Do they not have the capabilities of doing that, or why are they putting it in a big pile? Because we've hired them to do this job, and if they're not doing it correctly, are they the people we need? I'm certain it's hard to get someone to do that.
The contract we have with Murphy is for plowing snow, which simply means push it off the paved area of the parking lot and the road behind the building into a nearby end of the yard or into some other area. I'm not sure if they have the capability to scoop up snow and haul it away. And if they did, it would cost a lot more money. I mean, they already charge us a pretty good sum for plowing the lot. So, to me, the most expedient thing to do would be to have our road crew scoop it up with their front end loader and move it like they did today. There are a couple more issues here. One is that the general store and the bar across the road have not paid. In the past, they could pay their own snow for their own snow removal. When Murphy plowed, he plowed everything and put it in a pile. And that's probably the most expedient way to plow our lot. The thing is, we need to come up with a way to bill the general store and the Frosty Hook across the street for their share of it, probably based on square footage, their percentage of the square footage of the lot. And that's the only fair way to do it, because the public shouldn't have to pay for their snow removal. So that's how I'm thinking about it. I don't know if anyone else has any comments or not. certainly check with them, but, you know, from the beginning, we've asked the road crew to do this, and it doesn't happen very often. I mean, I can only think this is probably the third time since 2007 that we've had an excessive snowfall like this, where the road crews had to scoop it up and move it away. You know, we can talk about it more. I mean, maybe not tonight, but we
Right.
can have some discussion, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like it takes forever, but I'm just saying, if we are busy with other things, what if we can't be there to do it? That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I'm not, you guys, we'll do what we're told to do, but I'm just saying, if there comes an event that we can't be there, is my concern, and we get another snow soon, then that is my concern. That, and another thing is, this has always been us in the past, but, as far as the yard work in the spring, whatever's messed up by the snow plow, most places that do lots like this and whatnot, put those fiberglass rods out or stakes or something, because they're responsible for any damage that they do there. If we are responsible for cleanup in the spring, I just want that to be up front now or in the future. Just somebody needs to be on the hook for that, whether it's, them or us. That's all I'm saying. Somebody, right now, I guess it is us, but sometimes I guess when it is us, then maybe somebody's gonna be a little bit less cautious plowing snow too. So, we just wanted some clarification on what we're to do. Like I said, right now it's like it always is. We plow snow for half a day and fix stuff for 3 days or 4 days and get things ready to go again. But just some clarification would be nice, and if it's gotta be this way this year, okay, and then the following year, then we get this stuff up front, ironed out first off, okay too. Just some, like I said, clarification on what needs to be done here.
How much time did you spend removing it, Brandon?
I agree with Stan. It's like,
How much equipment?
it's like you said, Doug, it always happens. It's infrequent, but when it does occur, we have to, yeah.
Yeah, right, that's right. So, so we need to talk about it more, but, we've been talking about this for over a year now, and, we need to come up with some sort of a solution. Probably the best way to do that without having a meeting is for Kathy and Pam to talk, and Pam and I to talk, and we need to come up with, some suggested recommendations.
Okay. I mean, we've talked about a lot of things here, so perhaps we can iron it out.
We can table it for now.
So that
It's
the
typical.
road crew needs to know. The road crew needs to know how we're gonna handle that so that they can build that into their daily schedule of activities as well, when it does occur.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Tonight isn't a very good night to work it out.
That's right, I agree. That's great.
I can see your face on, although that's good.
Okay, anything else, Doug, you have from, the physical plant manager's report?
No.
And who was Pam did send out everyone. Okay. Pam sent out the Penns Valley Code Enforcement Agency's 2020 year-end code report, so everyone should have a copy of that.
Yeah.
You can see there were 51 permits to date agency-wide. They had 308 building permits in Gregg Township. We've had 10 activities, 205 agency-wide. So we have that year-end report.
Nothing really unusual in there.
Right. Okay. The emergency medical services, anything there, Charles?
At this point, nothing has changed.
Oh, I can't hear.
Oh, there's nothing to report.
Okay. Okay. Regional Planning Commission?
Nothing to report, only, they will meet in January, and, that'll be our first meeting of the new year.
Okay. Okay, Planning Commission?
Nothing.
There's no one here.
Oh, Chris, okay, Tri-Municipal Park, Doug?
Yeah, Tri-Municipal Park, I think I mentioned at the last meeting that the golf course has been completed and the first round of tree planting has been completed.
Yeah.
And, we're well underway, we're doing good, so that's all I have. I think I said that at the last meeting, maybe.
Right, you did, yep, okay. And anyone from the water and sewer? No one's there?
On the sewer, nothing out of the ordinary happening except that we have transition of one board member. And I believe you had in front of you approval for Aaron Kugel to replace Greg Williams.
Okay, that is correct, as I understand it, from Pam.
Yes, that is correct.
Aaron has consented to joining the board, and we wish to thank Greg for his many years of service on the board. It's been much appreciated, and we'll get a little bit of fresh blood on board. Otherwise, there are maintenance repairs to the treatment tanks, nothing particularly out of the ordinary. And those are pending, so I'm hoping they will happen sometime in January. I attended part of the Water Association meeting, and there was a request from community members for extending water service to the trailer park on Klein Road. The Water Authority is looking into that and seeing what can be done. That will require input from the owner as well as the county, because it will require extending water lines about 2 miles to service the trailer park. But they are definitely in need of a better water supply than the one they have. The one they have is barely potable.
Okay.
That's all I have to report tonight.
Okay, thank you, thank you. We'll move on then to Secretary Treasurer's report. Everyone should have last month's meeting agenda minutes, regular meeting minutes for December 10th. If you've looked over them, you have any changes, corrections, anything you want to discuss about those?
None here.
No.
Then I'll ask for a motion, entertain a motion to approve these minutes.
I will make that
Yes,
motion.
I think I have a motion and it's been seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, next we'll move on to the all funds financial report. Again, you should all have that. any discussion on that?
Not here.
No,
Okay, I'll need a motion to approve them.
I will make that motion, Kathy.
In a second?
Second here.
Okay, I have a motion to accept the all funds financial report. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, passed. And now we have the year-end budget report. You should have a copy of that. If you've looked at that, any questions, concerns, anything we need to discuss? If there are nothing to be discussed, I'll entertain a motion to accept the year-end budget.
I will make that motion, Kathy.
I don't know if you heard, but Charles made a motion.
Okay, I will second the motion.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve the year-end budget report. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, last, here we'll have, attendance at the PSATS conference. Pam, can you tell us about that? That's coming up in April?
That, we have to, register for that here on January 12th. So I need a list of names who.
I can't hear that. I'm sorry.
We need to register for that on January 12th.
Okay.
So I will need a list of names on who all is going.
And it is in April, is that right?
I believe so.
Okay. Okay.
Towards the end.
Pardon me?
Charles, are you going?
No.
No? Doug, are you going?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
And Brandon and myself.
I don't need to.
Okay. If anyone changes their minds or, just let Pam know so she can make those registrations, get those in on January 12th.
Okay, we'll need to make a motion to do that.
I will make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll make the motion.
Do I have a second?
Oh, yeah, there's a second from Charles.
Okay, thank you. I have a motion and a second to approve the attendance at the PSATS conference in April. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. I don't have anything on the right to know officer report.
That's correct.
Then we'll move down to the roadmaster's report where we have, two items there. Brandon, you want to talk about those? I guess we just need to have clarification on how we handle the mailboxes during the plowing seasons.
Oh, so typically, since I've been here, in the past, if a mailbox gets damaged or whatnot in a snowstorm, plow outing, whatever, we are not responsible for it unless we hit it with the plow of the truck itself. I guess I'm the one that has to deem that or whatever. But it has happened in the bigger snowstorm we had. We did lose a few mailboxes, and people were complaining about it and asking about purchasing them. And in the past, like I said, if it was snow that knocked it off, we didn't replace them, didn't pay for them, and I guess I just feel that it should stay the same way. I mean, PennDOT, I don't believe they fix very many mailboxes, if any. Maybe I'm wrong.
Right.
I just
No.
think it should be that way still, but I guess there just needs to be some kind of something written up or something to go by other than people, screaming at one of us, and we have nothing but just saying this is the way it's been done, something in writing maybe.
I think that would be good. We have to have something that says that we can only replace them if there's been physical contact with either the plow or the truck.
Right.
And that's,
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah.
They could just pass a motion.
So David, do we just put this in as one of our policies, procedures? I'm not sure how we handle this.
Thanks.
Or where we need to make that the policy, how we get it out there.
I mean, you can pass a resolution, but, I mean, the easiest thing would be to just have a motion right now, and then your meeting minutes will reflect that that's the policy that you agreed on.
Okay.
I think that was worded
okay,
the
that's-
way
yes.
she said it.
So,
Any further discussion before I entertain a motion?
No, I have none.
No, not here.
Okay, someone will make that motion. And
I
we'll
will.
have that in our minutes.
I will make that motion, Kathy.
so Charles made the motion.
Charles, right? Okay. Yeah, I'll second the motion.
Okay, then I have a motion and a second to have it in the minutes that mailboxes will only be replaced during the plowing season if there was physical contact by the plow or the truck. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So passes. Okay.
There's a laptop issue.
I don't have anything
And
to do
secondly,
with
we have a
that.
laptop purchase. I understand,
Yes,
Brandon, your laptop
Yes,
needs
we
to be
need to,
replaced.
yes, his computer is done,
Was
crashed.
there physical contact with the truck?
No, it was my fist. But,
So we need to make a motion to purchase another small laptop for him.
Did you hear that, Kathy?
Yes, to make a motion, I need a motion to have a purchase of a laptop for Brandon over at the township shed.
I will make that
Yeah,
motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Charles seconds it.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Opposed? So passes. Then lastly, under the unfinished business, we have the Atlantic broadband. And David, you had sent out information to everyone about that.
Yeah, forgive me, Kathy, I was looking at my email coming into the meeting. We had sent out an email saying, I'd said, these are my comments, why don't we review them? And there were a
Yes.
couple of emails back saying, okay, we'll review them, but nobody, including myself, ever circled back to say, did everyone get a chance to review them and do they look okay? I mean, I assume at this point that they're okay, and what I can do is send them to the Atlantic broadband representatives. I didn't want to send that out without first touching base and making sure we were all on the same page.
Right. And I know I had gone through them and I had sent something back to you with just a quick note about a couple of things that I saw in there. That would be great. So you'll go ahead and send that on through to the folks at Atlantic Broadband?
Right, and there doesn't need to be a motion for that. I'll just do it
Okay.
tomorrow, and I'm
Okay.
sure we'll all have an update by the next meeting.
An update for the next meeting?
Yes, I'm sure that something will, I'm sure we'll hear back from them by the next meeting.
Okay. Okay. Now, any new businesses that we need to bring up?
There's nothing here in the room